Satnam. I'm Devi here, offering a pick feather reading, inviting you to explore your intuitive guidance over anything I have to say. You may want to look up additional meaning in the cards, the feathers. I invite you to take a few breaths before we begin to simply tune in, to set your intention to receive what would serve you best, to step into your highest potential, to expand your perception, and ideally embrace this moment to bring more joy, love, and light into your daily awareness, your daily life, and overall meaning for each step you take. And will you be open to receive the blessings coming in through for you? If this first feather spoke to you, there might be a message here for you. What is your truth? What are you feeling as your true calling? And what makes you feel aligned? Like, what do you do that allows you to feel really in harmony with your truth? How are you being nudged in that direction? Perhaps you're already there and this is confirmation for the steps you've already been taking. The sense of being alive, perhaps surrendering to being whole and complete in that truth, in your personal empowerment. With each step you take, it's like the writing has been on the wall and now you've read it and you're like stepping into it. And you can see, it's like you can see the roadmap ahead. You feel it. Willing to speak your truth as well as walk it. Not working like on pin cushions, like stepping on eggshells, nothing like that. And so what guidance are you receiving? So the bird on her shoulder and the sword being down, bottom deck energy is victory. Perhaps it's this otherworldly communication and discernment. And there is a balance between withholding communication and trusting so deeply what's calling at your heart that it doesn't need to be declared verbally. Rather, you walk your path and you follow that intuition to your bliss, to your Six of Wands, leading both from your heart and intuitive guidance. So the heart center and the third eye center working together. Perhaps the space in between, working on your throat chakra, will provide additional clarity, whether that's to sing in the car. Is it time to speak up or pause to reflect? And being able to discern which is better or which is more appropriate in any given situation is what you're opening up to. The past is behind you. Made that commitment perhaps. Now leading the way within. Got a lot here. Another Queen of Swords. So I feel like communication is really huge right now. Following your dreams, nurturing your dreams, not feeling trapped. There might be a balance in juggling in the material realm, or someone is juggling you. Maybe it's time to walk away. If you've been juggling something, it's time to follow the intuitive guidance you've received to proceed so you don't feel entrapped. And yes, there's a transition period, but how's the energy guiding you forward? And the Jack. So you might want to, if any of the birds call out, look up additional meaning to that spirit totem. This slow movement or step-by-step movement of listening to inner guidance, following your truth and pausing to reflect, whether that's busyness of your mind or the way you're speaking to yourself, to take steps toward your dreams and find that balance on your journey. This is really an intuitive path that you're on to release that fragmented energy, to release what was in the past, to transition to what is possible for you moving forward. And it's with the Six of Wands here, the victory is there. Interesting, 882. And if you think about the victory, it's almost like 3 8s are there with the victory and the 2. 2 here, 2 cards falling out. Draw your strength from source. 13 to 4, your stability from above. That's where the truth resides in your action steps. And this was reversed. So perhaps, 14 to 5. It's like you might feel like you're at your breaking point. I can't do this, which might be why you're juggling and you feel trapped. It's taking that breath to discern the thoughts and calling on guidance for additional steps forward and support. 13, 14, there's a progression there. As you allow Spirit to help you, you will find a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. And will you be open to receive the guidance and clear some of the clutter in your mind? And it's like this being an unknowing to allow yourself to be led to transform what you've been juggling into a dream come true. And it's all possible for you. Beautiful. Your breath, your bones, like your framework resides in how you continue to draw in from source and allow it in. Each breath a gift, each moment a gift, each thought is a choice. Each word is a choice. Sending lots of light and love. Set down. This second feather called to you, there may be a message here for you. What's spinning? What's really like lighting your fire, inspiring you on your journey, and going with the flow of that as you set your intention, intention for the greater good. Will you let the breeze guide you? Will you tune in to the natural cycles within and around you to follow that truth, to continue your path, to shine your light, to complete this mission? As one of my friends says, What's the next assignment? Like there's a calling here for you. And we thank you for your service, your hard work. As I like to say heart work. Your passion project matters. And frankincense is calling out. I have jars on a shelf near me that's calling out. So if you have that essential oil or burn that, perhaps it's working with different elements in nature and helping others through that, to work through the emotional body. Something. All right, Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. Speaking of emotional body, Knight of Cups comes in. There's an energy of movement around it, and it might feel like the word precipice is coming to mind, like you're in the beginning stages of working with that passion project, to learning more. The fish are moving. You may have different options of what you work with. Like you might be like superhuman, like all these gifts, and ready to take flight, and trusting in your ability to co-create using your gifts, your passion, working with the elements, working with your intuition to serve this cup of love, to offer it. Like your gifts channeled into acts of service, creating some work of art, pouring a cup of tea, maybe it's baked goods, whatever it is for you, that passion project, you're putting something beautiful out into the world, and it's a gift. And as a knight, that movement is telling you that the offering is there, the opportunity is there. The horse on the shoulder is standing out. So I feel like, especially with that white feather, that it's like you're being guided. Like the power is coming through you, it's moving through you, and perhaps showing itself in your emotional body. Are you getting really excited about something? And there might be multiple somethings. That's okay. Seeing the bigger picture too. You're on the beginning stages of your journey, not to be disgruntled. That song, oh my goodness, I'm not going to sing away. It's that it's going to take time, a whole lot of precious time, to do it right. So do it right, not to cut any corners. Not that I have legal advice or, a professional doctor or anything like that. Like, I want to say get your ducks in a row, which is interesting because I don't know if this is a duck feather. I don't think so. Just found it on the beach. I'm going to show the next one. Okay. This is your bottom deck energy. This is what came out. It's interesting. Look. I want to say plenty of fish in the sea. And it's so beautiful to watch birds fly, like flying above the water, and they just dive right in. It's amazing to watch. And you might be ready to dive right in. And so the knight is working with that energy. The king has a different level of discernment, like a different mastery. And so seeing from a bird's eye view what you want to capture. And speaking that into existence. Now, your bottom deck energy. I keep these cards in. I like them. To me, this says, it has yet to be revealed. And with all the fish on the chest, think solar plexus, willpower, heart, unconditional love, your passion, it's your choice. And so what do you want to choose? What do you want to create for yourself? And the next bottom deck energy, I felt like a card was important to show you. To me, okay, they're saying portal of okay, it's time to get started on that project. Like it's been in your mind, or perhaps it's a person or program. It's been on your mind. Now it's time to action it forward. You don't know the outcome, and perhaps that might be kind of either I wouldn't say like stalemating, rather like it's time to step into the unknown and believe in the possibilities that you can manifest what you want. Like you are the co-creator, you are the master of your own universe. Dive right in. It's interesting, like the King of Spades is about thoughts, communication, but you have the Knight here that's really about passion. And for me, like a Knight or a Page is still learning and growing. You're moving from innocence to momentum. And be okay with this inner awakening that's within you, that's brewing, that's bubbling, that's just ready to be unleashed. And I beg you, I would say, please don't let the unknown scare you from this. Be better than you expected. Imagine that. What's your catch? What's your catch of the day? Sometimes we don't catch anything. Think about when we don't have film photography anymore, but I remember taking photography classes. It's like you could take so many pictures, but not every one you would frame, not every one you would develop into a photograph. So surrender to what you're making and be willing to, whether it's to catch the ride of your breath, catch that wave. Okay, that's what it is. It's like this energy current, this wave of inspiration comes to you, through you, ride it out. Like, go with it. Like, not to ignore that hit of inspiration. You might even be getting downloads and committing to that path. Like, it's on the table. Planning, like lesson plans, whatever it is for you that you still need to do to action it forward. There's plenty of research out there. People have done maybe similar things. You have your own spin on it. But there are steps out there. There is information out there. You can look from a bird's eye view to catch it. Power of the present, excuse me. Things get clearer as, okay, this image is reminding me, I don't know, my friend gave me a book. He gave me a book like this. What do you call it? Where you like, it doesn't look like anything, but you sit and pause, it like another image comes clear. So I feel like instead of like jumping forward, even though I said like go with your passion project, like the present moment will lead you forward. For me, how a lot of times I get intuitive nudges, sometimes I get different waves of information, and there are times when I'm led step by step, and it's not always what I expect, but looking back, you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Glad I listened to that nudge. So I feel like that might be why or how this card is important. 6, choice, love. I think I'm going to leave it there. I do hope this served well. Set no. If this feather called to you, there may be a message here for you. What stage are you at on your journey? And have you truly leveled up? And I believe you have. And perhaps there's more forward. Like you can see more ahead for yourself and how wonderful that is. You are embracing the opportunity to level up. And is it okay to pause and reflect and go, wow, look how far I've come? And offer yourself that pat on the back. Offer yourself that moment of reflection. Maybe protection or clearing might be beneficial. Take that as it resonates. And also, like you're working your way up, or you have, like, pretty BA. That's awesome. Maybe it's time to honor that badass in you. That's all right. You can still be humble, but like confidence matters. I feel like a hypocrite because, you know, and don't always feel like the most confident person. Maybe it's time to see that in yourself, to get clear. That's what it is. It's what isn't part in alignment with where you've now come into awareness of. So the 9 of Wands, focus on your exhale. Focus on your exhale through your navel and allow it out. Like, get it out in some way for you. Whether that is to walk and just let it out. Whether that is a cry. Whether that is writing it down. If it's been bottled up, yes, other patterns persist. And you might have overcome certain patterns of resistance, addictive patterns, or perhaps you're coming into awareness that something needs to change, and that's okay. Now you've turned the door and opened it for yourself to change, and that is awesome. Awesome. I'm so proud of you. We are so proud of you. And now it's time to take another step forward and continue this journey forward, working with the emotional body and clearing house through every cell of what's no longer yours on your journey. And as you look back and reflect on your journey, notice the gifts in that moment. Notice how you have learned something that helps you proceed, that makes you the magical human being you are. Bottom deck. I want to show you the other one too. Okay. You've done the work. You're a lot further than you think. Okay. And the 8 of Swords too. That's what I have on my deck, the divination deck. I have Marilyn Monroe there. I don't know if that story calls to you. She did some incredible things. It's amazing to hear all the opinions everyone has. And why do we bother with opinions of others? When really at the end of it all, it matters what you feel about yourself and what you're aligned to. And perhaps your experiences were to mirror back to someone else as part of like your soul contract. Like you're teaching through your experience, like projections. And so now it's time to kneel down. Why is her kneeling? Something about her kneeling down, like might have been chastised for something you've done. And perhaps that's a rejection of society, that misperception and judgment cast on you was because you were breaking the mold of others. And you've done the work. Notice the wings are out. Be willing to look up Be willing to look up. It's a new cycle here for you. May want to look at your natal chart, or find someone that you can work with it for you, or maybe that's what you do. You might have a unique way of translating the planetary alignments and how that comes through based on the experiences you've had. It's like ingrained in you. You might have learned to manage your energy in a new way. Like, I'm saying fingerprints, like walking stick. There's something about the green in the woods, that pattern. There's some sort of pattern here, and perhaps you can find either you can see it, you've worked past it, or something in your natal chart will help you like navigate through the stars, and you might not have known it, but looking back. So you might want to look at that. Your inner strength. There might be some clearing that needs to happen. To help you move to the next stage. These cards aren't moving right now. This is what popped out. Yet to be revealed. It's based on the work that you do in transforming the lesson. Oh, no, it's not. Bottom deck energy. Your wish fulfillment. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What is your castle in the sky? What feels like home to you? What if you're the center of the universe? The sun in the tarot, that's like happiness, sovereignty. And so what would happen if the world revolved around you? If the planets revolved around you, what would you be setting up for yourself? What would your universe look like? Will you birth a new opportunity here? Ask for help, ask for assistance. So I feel like seeking out a mentor for spiritual guidance might be helpful. Shaman to clear, some Reiki, something of the sort. Working through the emotional body in partnership is what I'm feeling here. There may be others who have a story similar to you that will help you open the gateway, open the door to not feel trapped in the illusion of what you believe yourself to be based on the past, to then open new opportunities and actually see the potential for a new wish, a new commitment, a new way of being, a new way of working with energies. Time to spread your wings. Notice that the 4, how that character is like turned in. Notice how the 8 of Swords is bound. The 9 of Wands, not really looking forward, but looking over their shoulder. And so what do you need energetically to get that bird's eye view of how the course of your journey is really a gift to all? Ask for assistance. So it is time to get some professional support or get a mentor to transition through this illusion, to manifest and find out what is your wish fulfillment. Now, in the after tarot version of the 9 of Cups, to me, it's more of a service card. If you look at it, the character is serving someone else. It's almost like gluttony. And have you used your gifts, like rather than pay it forward to the universe? You might be like in a people-pleasing or a codependent pattern, some sort of cycle where the wish fulfillment isn't true to your nature, rather it's fulfilling someone else. So ask yourself what is driving and reach out for more support to see a new way of caring and loving for yourself. Ask for assistance, keep standing out. Maybe you don't know where to start. And just like when you get like a coach, life coach, a therapist, you pick a yoga class, you have to find the right fit for you. So be persistent to find that support you need on your journey. Sending you lots of love and light. Satnam. This feather called to you, there may be a message here for you. And I want to ask, is it time to get your ducks in a row? Are you? Are you in alignment with your tribe? What do you know to be true for you? Your true calling, your true tribe, your inner awakening, yes. What are you going to do with it? And your tribe might be changing. Everything about the way you see the world could be changing right now, or becoming crystal clear. It's like magic. Did it seem like it happened all at once? You just got this huge aha. Pretty awesome. Now time to keep going with it. Like, work your magic. No need to feel guilty. Ooh, okay. Those two popped out. So, yeah, you've had an awakening here of what perhaps, I'm not going to go into it because I think you know that's confirmation for it. And perhaps you really don't know with this being, I don't always read reversals. So let's consider two opportunities to explore this card. Maybe you're not sure what you want now after this change. The world got shaken up, right? So it might take time to climb back up to the top of the mountain because you're climbing a new mountain, overcoming new hurdles, seeing from a new perspective, like what is your kingdom, what is part of your kingdom, what is on your path, and what do you want to manifest. Two, to me, is like getting in that balanced alignment, whereas the three is like you're really pushing that magic forward out, more of that manifesting, whereas this is more of that like almost like commitment and balance in integrity. Integrity, they're saying. Integrity. Choice. The hands are standing out. And the rose. Rose, oh, they smell so sweet. The petals are so soft. And yes, they can prick you if you're not careful. So taking some care to do this right. I'm not sure if you need to be careful or you're being too careful. Hand on her shoulder. The veil of illusion has been ripped off. And you can see, oh, there's a lot at the heart. There's a lot of love here. Open up to the two, that energy. The tower is not a bad thing. It's simply an awakening. There's always choice 6. Perhaps you're going to get down on one knee. And you never thought you'd do that. And that could be metaphoric. I mean, like symbolic. Two of Wands can be about commitment. I think 4 is like next level commitment. 2 of Wands, think about it's like brewing between your ears, and the 4 of Wands, it comes out. And you might be on that stage of that journey of the choice. Perhaps the Tower is about your heart's been ripped wide open. Now letting love in. Manifesting new changes. Could be taking some time. Be willing to take your time, or you're used to taking time. Perhaps you have patience. What's that? Wow. Bottom deck. Look at that. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Oh, I'm so happy for you. This is great. It's just screaming, birthing a new life, a new way, a new, yes. Let's see what we got here. Oh my goodness. This is like the 3rd time this card has come out, and I've pre-shuffled prior to the readings too. Like I shuffled in between. And I shuffle even before I start. And after I'm finished. So, magic is within. It just hasn't hatched yet. It's that waiting game. It's that sitting on the nest egg. So, maybe your self-care. If you think about, I might take this a different way, like sitting on your nest egg, it's like nurturing, just sit and wait. It's incubating. There's a lot of happiness here. I'm like grinning ear to ear. The peacock feathers at the bottom are standing out. Maybe it's time to strut your stuff. Peacock feathers, they only come out during like mating, I think. And they like dance around and they flutter. Like maybe it's your turn, honey. Woo. Bottom deck. Breathe. Oh my gosh, I am so happy. Celebration of life. 4. Stability. There's new love here. New life. Change. Bubbling, 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 bubbling. Celebrate what's here for you and keep going. It's not so bad. It's beautiful to fall. Because imagine what's going to happen. What is this egg, this birth mean to you? Thinking like Easter eggs, you know. You can decorate, co-create however you want. There's no illusion. There's no more illusion here. I do hope this served well. Congratulations. Happy days. Not sure what it is for you, but you know, being a general reading, it could be different things for you. Keep going.